Most manufacturing leaders I talk to don't have a data problem. They have a connection problem. The data exists, but it's trapped inside the machine. I'm Andrew Helt, the Director of Software Engineering at Makino. At our last Experience Center event, I introduced MOS3i, our powerful shop floor monitoring software that provides excellent coverage within the Makino ecosystem. But as I've talked with our customers over the years, a common theme has emerged. Many shops don't run a single brand of equipment, and many already have brand-agnostic monitoring platforms in place. In today's event, I'll show you how the Makino Data Collector and Data Writer unlock your machine data in real time so your machines can finally talk to the analytics, monitoring, and automation tools you rely on. So what is the Makino Data Collector? At its core, it's Makino's software solution designed to easily connect directly to Makino machine controls. Data Collector takes the rich, machine-level data coming from the control, formats it, and publishes it via MQTT. From there, third-party monitoring or analytics platforms can simply subscribe to the specific data points they care about through the MQTT broker and start receiving information in real time. No custom integrations, no scraping screens, and no compromise on data quality. It's important to note what the Data Collector does not do. It does not store data historically, and it does not present any information. Its sole purpose is to reliably deliver Makino machine data to your existing third-party systems, where the storage, visualization, and analytics take place. From the Makino control, we're able to access a wide range of high-value machine data. This includes active program numbers and comments, real-time feeds, speeds, and override settings, as well as the spindle and axes loads. We can also read detailed tool information, preventative maintenance data, alarm numbers and messages, giving you clear visibility into how the machine is running, what it's doing, and when attention is needed. One question I get quite a bit is, why can't I just use a FANUC focus connection to read data from the machine? The reason is that while Makino is a FANUC control, Makino adds a layer of Makino-specific functionality on top of that. These data points simply aren't exposed through FANUC focus. That includes things like tool data, preventative maintenance information, motion time monitoring, and Makino-specific alarms. Access to that richer, Makino-specific data is only available through the Data Collector. The Data Collector is designed to read the vast majority of data available from the machine. With that said, some customers have specific use cases where they want to access additional data points. Without any source code changes, the Data Collector can be easily extended by the customer. Using the configuration web page, you can add additional macro variables or PMC bits, allowing you to tailor the data set to your needs. Across the range of Data Collector installations, we've successfully connected with a wide range of third-party software platforms, including Grafana, Ignition, Atsora, and Kepware. Some platforms, including Memex and 4Cam, offer MQTT support, though Makino has not integrated with them. We've even seen some customers leverage their in-house software teams to build MQTT connectors and design their own dashboards, which helps demonstrate how flexible the Data Collector can be. Data Collector is currently available on Pro 6 and Pro 5 milling machines. In summer of 2026, we plan to release support for Pro P and Pro S machines. Other control types are still being evaluated, so reach out to your Makino salesman for the latest machine control support and product roadmap. So far, we've been talking about the use case where the customer only needs to read data from the machine. However, some customers have additional use cases where they also need to write data back to the control. For those scenarios, Makino provides a complementary solution called the Data Writer. Data Writer is an add-on to the data collector that enables the two-way communication to the machine. It's a web API which allows you to read and write tool data items as well as macro variables to Pro 5 and Pro 6 machines. Now that we've learned a little bit about what the data collector and data writer can do, let's talk about some specific use cases where our customers are utilizing these tools in their shop. In use case number 1, the customer wanted data collector so that they could track the tool life in their machines. This customer had 12 machines in 2 different automation cells and was utilizing Kepware to aggregate the data. The end result was the customer was able to utilize this data in order to create automatic email alerts when a tool was about to run out of life. The data collector was installed on each of their Masse 5 PCs, 1 for each cell. Installation was performed remotely, and each cell took about 1 hour to get the software installed and all machines connected. Both data collectors were pointed to a central Kepware server, allowing them to see all 12 machines in one location. As we look at use case number 2, the customer wanted to write their tool data from a third-party tool management software into the machines. This customer had 2 Pro 6 machines and was using Ignition as an intermediary between the tool management software and their Makino machines. So the result was the customer was able to successfully read and write tool data into their machines. As we look at the architecture diagram, the data collector and data writer were installed on a virtual machine in their server room. The installation was able to connect to both machines at the same time. Install was performed on-site, and the customer was reading and writing tool information within the first day. Subsequent updates were performed remotely, allowing for quick integration of new features into the software. Thank you for attending today's Experience Center event on the data collector and data writer. Stay tuned for our next software-based Experience Center event introducing Machine Status Insights, our new machine health monitoring software. Now I'd like to take some time and open it up for questions. Questions can be entered via the chat box in the top right corner of your screen. Thank you again for attending Makino's Data Collector, Data Writer Experience Center event. So hello everybody who's out there listening live. I'm here in our Experience Center room. We've had a couple questions trickle into the chat, and I'll look to address those one by one. If any questions come up during the explanations, please feel free to enter them in the chat. So the first question is, where would data collector and data writer be installed in my shop? So data collector and data writer are deployed on a customer provided edge PC. That PC can be a physical PC or a virtual machine, giving customers flexibility to align with their existing infrastructure. Because the software runs on an edge PC, a single installation can connect to multiple Makino machines. The exact number depends on polling rates and data volume, but the architecture is designed to scale beyond a 1 machine per PC model. Next question is, in our situation, we are interested in taking machine runtimes and creating spreadsheets in the ERP to post the labor for the task run. So primarily grabbing things like job number, start and stop times. Is the data collector a good fit for ERP integration as it relates to production information? So that's a very good question. The data collector does a really good job of outputting machine data. So it can output cycle times, as well as the program information like the program number and program comment. So the data collector does not know system information. It does not know a specific order it is running. It does not know the specific part it was running. But if that part number is included in your program comment with the data collector, you would be able to tie a part number to a machine cycle time and input that into your ERP system. Next question here is machine data ever sent to Makino? So the answer is no. Machine data is not sent to Makino at any point. Data collector publishes data within your network, and any external routing is fully controlled by the customer. And are data collector and data writer licensed separately? Yes. Data collector and data writer are licensed separately. They are complementary products, so customers can choose to deploy data collector if their use case is read only, and then they can add on the data writer if they also need to write back to the machine. And do we need to provide our own MQTT broker? No. Customers are not required to provide their own MQTT broker. Makino includes and installs our preferred broker as part of the solution, but customers are welcome to use an existing broker if they already have one. And it looks like that wraps up the questions for today's webinar. Hopefully, this webinar gave you a clear picture of how the data collector and data writer can help unlock that machine data and integrate into the systems you're already using. If you have any additional questions or want to discuss your specific environment, please reach out to your Makino sales representative. Thank you again for attending, and have a great rest of the day.